GM, it's Chris, and in this video I want to talk about the problem of client management, client acquisition, especially for freelancers and even the coaches as well, who think they are coaches but might be stuck in freelancer hell. I named this term, or just like I came up with this. I don't know if this is a popular topic somewhere else, but freelancer hell is actually a real thing. And I will talk about that and like the death spiral of how acquiring more clients and more work without the proper business model will ruin you essentially, even if you are a consultant, a freelancer, an entrepreneur, or just doing some kind of service, a service-based business for someone else, then you really need to escape this freelancer hell, because it is actually hell, and I've been through it as well. So here it is. Here's the thing. So you have a valuable skill, right? It might be web design, it might be creating content, it might be SEO, it might be AI automation, which is really popping off. It's also a skill, right? Any type of skill, copywriting. Myself, I'm a copywriter, and going into human psychology and stuff like that. And if you are acquiring clients, and acquiring clients is a little bit straightforward, but it's boring and it's tedious, which is outreach and content. That's the only two ways to really get traffic, start conversations, and from there, if there is a fit, we work together, right? By the way, shameless plug, you will find a link below if you want to work with me. Now, that's besides the point. So, freelancer hell is when you are doing the skill and the work and the service and delivering it to a client, and there's a value exchange. They get your service, they are super happy with it, right? But you are spending a lot of time, units, and energy in order to fulfill that. And that is perfectly fine. People need to get their value, right? And they need to get results from whatever you are delivering to them. But the problem becomes that you are doing a lot of work, you're doing a lot of outreach to acquire these clients, right? Then you have a lot of work to do to fulfill those clients and deliver the work. So you stop outreach. And this is where the feast and famine cycle comes in, because when you are delivering work for clients in a service-based business, it takes a lot of your time, a lot of your energy, a lot of your effort in order to do that. But at the same time, you're also capped at how many people you can serve, how much you can serve them with, and essentially how much you can get paid. I know, like most freelancers, they don't really charge what they're worth because they are scared of charging higher prices and actually be competitive in the market. So they will always short sell themselves and price low, meaning that they take on a ton of work to deliver to clients, but they are not earning enough to you to make a living wage from it, and they are not reaching out, so everything just comes crashing down. And then they feel like, oh shit, I really need to start the outreach machine going again. So they outreach, get clients, then they get super busy again, but it's still not enough to make a meaningful income. So this is essentially the death spiral of the freelancers and the freelancer hell, as I like to call it, which it's a terrible place to be in, to be honest. Like, sure, if you're brand new to this game, then you need to get clients, you need to get experience behind your belt, get the results, get the testimonials. But from there, the business model has to shift in order to deliver value in less time to more people without stopping the outreach engine, because that needs to go every single day. So how can you do that? How can you escape this spiral of working so hard, delivering value to so many people, but not earning enough cash to even survive? And then, you hit a big wall of resistance of doing client acquisition there, because you are swamped, you have already a lot of clients, and you're not earning enough because your pricing is low. So you are very resistant into doing outreach and getting more clients, because More clients means what? More work, still not enough paid. You're already behind on all of the tasks and deliverables that you need to do. You're already behind, so you don't really want more clients, but you need more clients in order to survive and make money. And this is just like an endless spiral. And that then you stop doing the outreach, you stop doing the content because you are behind. But once you catch up to the deliverables, right, and you catch up to uh, being done with the services, but you're still not making enough money to survive, then you become in a panic mode of like, oh, holy shit, I need to get clients. So this is why I believe that most freelancers essentially give up, they stop, they go get a job, uh, because they don't transition into more of a business owner type of business model or another type of business model where they can serve more clients while working less. And I know that that title has been beaten to death online, and it's a big promise that people do, like, oh, just work 2 to 4 hours a day, work less, earn a lot more. And there is some truth to it for sure, if you structure your business properly with a business model that can take you there and serve more people, or that you can demand more higher prices for less work. Now, the business model itself is to serve a systemized offer, meaning that you have some kind of SOP or you have some kind of standardized way to deliver the most value in the least amount of time. And I think Sam Ovens spoke about this a lot in his training programs, where there are only just a handful of key high leverage tasks that moves a business forward for any client or any business on earth. And it's the same for your clients as well. So mapping out the problems that your customers or your clients have, what they actually want, the desires of those people, and then how to get them the end result and the desire that your service does, right? So most customers, and I believe that most clients that you work with as a freelancer or a consultant or coach, they probably only need a handful of things from all of the things that you deliver in order to get the most value and be satisfied with your services. So the actual game plan here is to identify like what thing amongst all of the stuff that you are delivering are actually driving the most results for them. For me, for example, as a copywriter and a marketing strategist, I work with coaches, consultants, and businesses where I can drive a ton of traffic to a sales process, because most people lack either the sales process type of their business or the traffic or both. And a really good delivery for me is to run paid ads, and that's what I help people with, and crafting and creating the assets that converts that traffic into their whatever they are doing with their business, right? It might be leads, it might be just conversions, it might be a digital product, but the copywriting, the psychology needs to be in place in the assets there, and that's what they need help with the most. So for me, the delivering on just those two things will drive results and will get you sales and will get you more clients, more leads. That's just the ball game for me. So I've identified those tasks, and even Sam Ovens identified those tasks as a digital marketer, delivering services to businesses as well. So there's so many different things that you can do to deliver a service to someone. You create the website, or you create a logo, or you do SEO, or you do this and that, and there's so many different things. But what actually drives results for your customers? You really need to think about it. Now, I know for some service-based businesses, there is stuff that you can't really go away from. Like if someone needs a website, they needs a website. It needs to get done. Then it's more about productizing your internal processes to deliver this value in a standardized way quickly, right? So in the website example, it might be that, I don't know, you might be building websites with AI. Then you have a set of AI prompts to start getting the copyright, to start getting the design right. And you just have a standardized way, a productized way to deliver this value faster, better, quicker without you spending manually all of that time yourself on the stuff. So productizing the offers and the skills and the service that you are providing to someone. One, that is one thing. In order to escape freelancer hell and avoid this death spiral, this is what you need to do. Productizing your offers, creating SOPs, right? Those two things. And also changing the business model, most likely, of how you take on clients. Now, I know that a lot of people are trying to shortcut this, right? And they skip the hard work of working with clients and delivering a service and just going straight to consulting. Because consulting, you don't really need to do anything for anyone. It's not a done for you service. It's, hey, just talk with me, here is some value, and then you go and do work, right? It's super laid back and like, oh, I can serve 80 clients in 4 hours because it's a group thing. But it's not really that valuable. And in order to be that expert to deliver value just by people wanting to know what you know and how to do it, you must have that background experience of actually have done the work, actually suffered to get there and delivered really good results to know what works. And people try to shortcut that little phase there of the actual hard work and just go straight to consulting, and they massively fail. So that's also a key takeaway. So to escape freelancer hell, you have to start in hell, but you need to escape it once you have enough confidence, social proof, testimonials, reviews. You know what you're delivering, how you're getting results essentially for your clients. That's the most important part. Then you productize it. You do SOPs for it, standard operating procedures. And then you change the business model and perhaps transition from the done for you model to a done with you or a do it yourself model. That's when you can start stepping into consulting. And that is my game plan as well, to step into consulting with whatever everything that I am doing here as well. I like doing the done for you work as well, but the consulting game is good if you have the experience to back it up. But yeah, so those are the things. To serve more clients in less time is to productize the offers and serve them with the next evolution of the business model, which is to take that knowledge that you have about how you get them results and then putting it down into some kind of consulting or coaching or a course, right? That they can consume the exact same process that you deliver to people, the value, but they can run with it themselves, right? So, and that would also be a higher value offer to offer people, like a one-on-one, it might be, plus a course, and they get your help, but you can implement essentially a system for them. You have a system that works for you, it gets clients results. Now you're just installing the system into people in a productized way, which makes it easier for them to get results faster, and you can take on more clients with less work. That's pretty much how it works. And yep, if you need any help, just let me know if you need that, and you will find a link in the bottom. So take care. Bye bye.